coming for you. I couldn't miss the party. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm coming for you.
Don't cry, you'll live. Overcome him, don't rush it.
I'm coming for you.
The snuff's ready. Take a rest, my friend. Give him the pepper snuff. Time to knock this guy out. Don't bother moving. You've lost. Snuff's ready. He's all yours now. Go for it.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Don't cry, you'll live.
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend. Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming.
Don't cry, you'll live. The snuff's ready. You can overcome the brute now. No more crime. Give him the pepper snuff.
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice. Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
You've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me. And then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
You're asking for trouble with this smuggling business. You'd better leave it before they smuggle you out in a barrel.
Don't patronize me. I've only ever had trouble with law-abiding citizens like Gilden and you, never bandits. So ask me anything you want, and then get out of my sight. I'm clueless. I don't know what this means. I don't know what you're suggesting. I don't know what you're suggesting.
Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden died. That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, so we planned to go traveling. A Theodore-free place, without elephants.
The timing of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoiled girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
Between yachts, darts, and notes from bandits, I've discovered many fascinating facts about you. But this, an installment of Nabe and Laura's adventures. Why did you sully your library with this?
It's a gift from Imogen. I didn't buy it. I might have turned a couple of pages, but nothing more. I swear.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but your literary taste has put you on my blacklist. Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words, or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men.
A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most about her? Her naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation.
A. Swift. Are you familiar with this name? The gentleman had business with Mr. Gilden.
Likely just another strange and wrinkled fellow like old Gilden was. Perhaps this Swift person has a rhino, and they wanted to see which pet was stronger. In other words, I don't know who he is, but I bet he's crazy like Theodore.
I doubt that court owner has ever boasted a battle arena for that size of mammal. You have an interesting imagination. Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's bag, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not a delivery for the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way? I don't know, although I'm smart. The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing Whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family. Just be quick.
Is this familiar to you?
Excuse me? What? I'm not sure I know.
Who's a cute bird?
Have you seen what your father sent to Paul?
This is despicable. My father was never a gentleman, but this crosses the line. I knew that father wasn't fond of Paul, but this is just awful. If only he could have seen how good Paulie is to me. I'm afraid I can't add anything useful. I have nothing to say about this. I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Are you aware that Paul smuggles drugs for a dangerous gang?
Mr. Holmes, I've already told you. I call him a pirate in play. He's not an actual pirate. He's a champion and a brave gentleman, not a thug.
Let us agree to disagree on that. But don't be surprised if one of his clients knocks on your door.
Why do I get the worst jobs?
what you've done. Criminal Luca Gallicci, posing as a medium, confessed to the strangulation of a noblewoman. Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Nice to see you.
Is this familiar to you?
Figure it out yourself, officer.
The Market Square, beating heart of the old city.
I wonder if they still sell that heavenly Turkish delight around the corner.
Nice affordable
Excuse me, just one
clothes.
question.
Step right
You think
out.
your uniform allows you to do anything, but you're mistaken.
May I ask for your assistance?
You shouldn't have left your mansion.
Don't miss out on my unique clothes.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Nice affordable clothes. Step right. Let's pick something that suits you.
A good choice. A good choice indeed.
May I ask you something?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Are you able to help me?
No, it's the first time I've heard it.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
May I ask for your assistance?
Oh, my poor friend. I wish I knew.
Not bad. Merhaba.
Are you able to help me?
I only have private information and I can't share that.
May I ask for your assistance?
Unfortunately, I know nothing, officer.
Is this familiar to you?
Nothing stands between me and helping a fellow citizen, except the absence of knowledge. Ask someone else.
Selam. Bakın.
Is this familiar to you?
No, it's the first time I've heard it.
Stark told me you'd be doing the legwork for him. Feel free to look around.
May I ask you something?
I wish I could help you, my brother, but I know nothing.
Can I ask you a question?
I wish I could help you, my brother, but I know nothing.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people?
Could you help me?
I'm sorry, my brother, I know nothing about it.
What if the barman... What if the barman...
Wow, things really got out of hand here.
Solid oak. It took quite a blow to break it. That's a lot of blood. The victim was stabbed several times. An ordinary kitchen knife. Sharp enough to gut a fish or a man.
Spilled beer led to spilled blood.
An unfinished bottle of rum. The lenses are very thick. The owner of these glasses is very nearsighted. Someone must have landed hard on it. Shards of a broken bottle with blood on them.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
It all started when the trader accidentally spilled his beer over the sailor. The trader punched the soldier who came crashing down on a table. The worker smashed a bottle over the trader's head, then the sailor knocked the worker out with a chair. The soldier is the real killer. He wanted to knife the trader but killed the sailor due to his poor eyesight.
What if the barman...
He's even been...
You have 3 people detained on suspicion of murdering a sailor in a bar fight. All evidence indicates that the soldier among them is the true killer. He was the last man standing.
Very well. Soldier or not, he'll get what he deserves. I'll see to it personally. Nice work. Try solving another case. It seems you have a knack for it.
He's even been putting up...
Nasılsın?
The man with the shotgun fired only 2 shots.
Seems he was too busy bleeding to reload.
Stuck deep in the wood. Perfectly balanced for throwing. The blade is very sharp. Two bullets hit the cart, no traces of blood though. Droplets of blood. Someone caught a bullet here. The shooter fired 3 rounds. A brand new Colt, 45 caliber. Bent glasses with cracked lenses. Pieces of brass tacks, piranha rounds. Pieces of brass tacks, piranha rounds.
It's you again. Be sure not to miss any clues. Stark will piece them together, you'll see.
Huh. Some loot has been left behind. Whoever took it must have been in a hurry.
Greed and booze got the better of them. No wonder it ended in violence.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
The man with the shotgun was killed by a throwing knife to the neck, but not before firing at the man in glasses. The man in the hat took a bullet to his leg, but 2 other bullets missed. The report mentioned he was shot in the heart, but how? There's something I'm missing here. Who could have finished him off? A police boot print. So that's how it ended.
He's even been putting up...
I visited the location where the three robbers killed each other over some stolen loot. But I wasn't the first to inspect the scene, was I?
No. Officer Schmidt arrived there first, just hours after it was reported. Poor Schmidt. That same day, he received news that his dear old grandmother in Austria had died. He had to leave for the funeral immediately.
He is anything but poor. I doubt he'll be coming back. It was he who killed the last robber and took the loot for himself.
Blast it. I knew he was acting suspiciously. He may be beyond our reach now, but I'll be sure to expose the little weasel when I write my report. Nice work. Feel free to take another case. We make a great team, you and I.
He's even been putting up posters. Poor man. 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 He's He's even been putting up posters. Poor man. He's even been putting up posters. Poor man. He's even been putting up posters. Poor man. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters.
Checking you out.
He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters.
Checking you out.
He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters.
Checking you out.
He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters.
Checking you out.
He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters.
Checking you out.
He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters.
Checking you out.
He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up. He's even been putting up posters. He's even been putting up. He's even been
Excuse me, just one question.
Officer, I wish I could help.
Are you able to help me?
Nothing springs to mind, officer.
May I ask for your assistance?
Nothing springs to mind, officer.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Could you help me?
Ah, officer, I wish I could help.
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
This place gives me the creeps. What if the vampire comes back?
The flowers are still fresh. This is a somewhat neglected and dusty hat.
We're dealing with a very immoderate bloodsucker here.
The stone is rather unwieldy, so it couldn't be used as a weapon. Someone fell and hit their head on it. Help me, please.
Ah, officer, I wish I could help.
An expensive hat with a few grey hairs stuck to the brim. Someone tore their trousers here. The label is illegible. Looks like a set of surgical instruments. One is missing.
nicely roasted.
I wonder how even the most destitute always somehow manage to scrape together enough for a drink. Psilocybin mushrooms. These are powerful hallucinogens. The blade is bent from the impact. The bleeding wasn't severe, there are just a few drops. May I ask you something?
Men like me don't like to be bothered by strangers.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
The brother of the deceased became furious when he caught the anatomist exhuming his sister's body. He killed him with a shovel. The graveyard keeper took to his heels, but didn't get far. He fell, hitting his head on a stone, which rendered him unconscious. With the murderer gone, the reporter who was hiding punctured the neck of the first victim to imitate a bite. But when he did the same to the second victim, he killed an unconscious man. So we have 2 murders and 2 murderers, but no vampires.
Vampires are not so scary when you have grave robbers and journalists running around.
Constable Stark, do you believe in vampires?
Hey? What do vampires have to do with anything?
Oh, that's exactly what I thought while looking into the murders at the cemetery. The primary suspect is indeed the murderer, but he's not the only one. The reporter, who so easily fooled everyone with his vampire stories, killed the other victim.
But why would he do that?
He believed the unconscious man to be dead, and decided to concoct a thrilling story for his readers.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Holmes. I'll have the conniving little scrub taken in immediately. There's only one case left. Don't let me stop you.
The hoof prints end in deep furrows. The animal was resisting.
What a waste.
Multiple bare footprints. I should examine them more closely.
The priest said that he came here to stop the ritual. Did you really, Father?
The robe is soaked with wine. The goat was torn to pieces. Ugh. Savagery.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. 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 You're not even... Trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even 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 trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
we have 3 lusty women engaged in a ritual. They're drinking and dancing when suddenly they hear a noise from the bushes. Their ritual seems to be working. There's a man they can get drunk already. While 2 of them are busy with the priest, the 3rd one leaves. She is the one who stole the goat and brought it to the ritual. The poor animal smells trouble and charges at the drunken woman with the amphora. Still, he couldn't break free, and at the end was brutally torn apart and eaten alive.
Well, they attracted the attention of men. The police, at least.
Mr. Holmes, I have great news. Our recent accomplishments have earned me a promotion. Sergeant Stark. It has a nice ring to it, hasn't it?
Please accept my congratulations, Sergeant. Your part in solving those cases was invaluable.
Come, Mr. Holmes. Your part was just as important. Not without my guidance, of course, but you did an excellent job. Anyway, I'll be moving back to the office space. My days at this blasted desk are almost over. I won't be scapegoated now.
Good for you, I suppose. Speaking of scapegoats, I've solved the last case on the board. The goat was stolen by the lady in the blackbird mask. As if that makes any difference, judging by the atrocity I witnessed at the crime scene.
Yes, I heard about that one. The things women get up to these days. Ugh.
Well, I'm glad to have been of service. Now I have other matters to attend to.
Mr. Holmes, if I may be so bold as to make one last request. Do you remember that I told you that our chief inspector has been missing for a few months now? My current task is to establish his fate. I've tried to make sense of his last case, but it's a convoluted mess. I would really appreciate your help.
Why don't you do it yourself? I'm sure there's nothing in that case a police sergeant can't handle.
You're simply much better at it than me. There, I said it.
I won't argue with that, although much better is still an understatement. Fine, you have me intrigued.
Thank you awfully, Mr. Holmes.
Tell me everything you know.
I don't know much. Just that it's connected to a gang called the Hive. Placido has been after their leader, the Hive Master, for years. But otherwise, I can't make head nor tail of it. Here, take the key to Placido's office. You might find some leads in there.
So is it Chief Inspector Placido who has vanished? From what I've gathered, he was a good detective.
Ain't that the truth? He was solving cases like shelling peas. Without him, things have gone downhill. He was a crotchety sort, always grumbling, fussing, taking his snuff by the handful, but I, for one, miss the old boy.
Very well. I'll see what I can find out.
One thing is certain. It's a dangerous business. Be careful, Mr. Holmes.
I can almost picture you as an inspector, Sherlock. You'd lie on his sofa all day and still solve more cases than the rest of the police.
This must have been an award for long and faithful service. A box of snuff. Strong stuff. Hive Master. Crime lords just love catchy monikers. The files are gone, that's odd. Now that is odd, to say the least.
Let's take the ear, Sherry. It'll bring us luck. You'll see.
Good lord, you can't be serious.
Nice. Always play it by ear, pal.
Is this familiar to you?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Sergeant Stark's back at his desk, across from the Chief Inspector's office.
Be careful, Mr. Holmes.
Help me, please.
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Does it look remotely familiar to you?
Should it?
Concentrate, Sherry.
Are you lost, sir?
Not at all. I'm right where I need to be. I'm Sherlock Holmes, by the way.
Ursula Oni, the Chief Archivist. How can I help you exactly?
I need to take a look at the history of Cordona and its islanders to retrieve some, hopefully, useful information.
Your brother Mycroft told me that you were direct, and now that we've met, I can see that is true.
Someone in our family has to balance the evasive nature of my brother. Well, may I use the city archives?
You may, of course. But in return, perhaps dinner?
That's a high price to pay for looking at your archives.
I was teasing you. Pay no attention to me.
Excuse me, just one question.
I'm not in the mood to talk to moneybags.
Hello.
Hey.
Could you help me?
So you think if you have money, we should bow to your whims? No, sir.
Hey, this is Hive territory. Shoot him, boys.
Don't cry, you'll live.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
The snuff's ready.
You're dead.
It's all yours now. Go for it.
Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming for you.
Too simple.
I'm coming.
No more crime for you, and
give him the pepper snuff.
Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready. Time to knock this guy out.
I couldn't miss the party.
No more crime for you, and
give him the pepper snuff.
Get ready for some pain.
too simple.
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Someone's been burning papers, I see. What a convenient way to pull the wool over the eyes of the customs house. Everything knits together.
Treasure maps from the governor. Find 8 and come back for more. Test for the guests of Cordona. Find hidden treasure.
Is this familiar to you?
A gentleman deserves an helping hand.
Are you able to help me?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else can help better, sir.
Is this familiar to you?
Don't take it personally, sir. But I know nothing about this.
who's here.
It looks as though someone or something has escaped.
A statue of a buckled cage inside a city full of criminals. Let's take a closer look, Sherry.
Sir, I'm looking for a man who goes by the name of Hive Master.
Uh-huh.
Chief Inspector Placido.
And what makes you think that?
Why, your missing ear, amongst other things. You need a larger hat. I've been investigating your last case on behalf of Sergeant Stark, and now I think I understand what happened to the Hive Master.
Humor me.
All this time you've been living a double life. A police inspector by day, a crime kingpin by night.
That's a good one. A bored old dog's been chasing his own tail. No, I killed this one. As simple as that.
But why? Everyone deserves a trial.
Wasn't my choice. He and his thugs attacked me when I went to arrest them. It was a kill or be killed kind of situation. Turned out for the best, though. With his cronies dead, not a soul knows what the Hive Master looks like. His own gang, scared stiff of him.
So you assumed his place to dismantle this criminal enterprise from within?
Damn right I did. And after I'm done, I'm not planning to go back. I've had enough of this rotten nest of corruption. But it just won't leave me alone, will it? First, they dismiss my retirement requests, and now they send a sleuth after me.
It's not like that.
I tell you what it's like, son. This is not the first case you've worked on for Stark, huh? That amateur promoted to a sergeant for his merits? I don't think so. You're not an officer. But from what I can see, you are much brighter than the lot of them. So what's your stake in this? You some sort of consulting detective?
Yes. I suppose you could call me that. My name is Sherlock Holmes, at your service.
Then do me a service, Mr. Holmes. Drop this case and don't tell anyone you saw me here. Let me enjoy my retirement in peace.
I have to ask, why are you so fascinated with beekeeping?
I just want a quiet life, away from the hustle and bustle. Watching the little workers like I once watched the criminal world of Cordona. Yes, it suits me just fine.
I have your ear.
What the hell? Give it to me now.
All right, but let's make it a fair exchange, shall we? I'll trade it for your revolver. You have little use for it now.
Deal. Now go.
I'll consider your request, sir. By the way, I must talk to Sergeant Stark.
Tell him I died a hero. Or a coward, I don't care. As long as they leave me alone.
New gun. Nice. Can I have your old one?
Any news, Mr. Holmes?
Chief Inspector Placido can be presumed dead. I was unable to find his body, but the evidence is unequivocal. He's gone.
I suppose I expected as much, but still it doesn't make it any easier. Placido was a good man. You would have liked him if you'd met him.
Yes, it's a pity. I'm sure I would.
In any case, no matter how bad, the truth is better than uncertainty. Please, take this as a token of gratitude. You've done us all a great service. Thanks again for your help. Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
The man deserves to be left alone. With your love for archives, you would have made the perfect bureaucrat.
I remember the monument, Cordona's legendary pirate, the Robin Hood of the place. Do you recall it, John?
I do. I wonder if... What is that?
From day to night, Aiden stands there, recruiting. From day to night, Aiden stands there, recruiting non-rebellious workers for the dig. From day to night, Aiden's...
I'm guessing you didn't get what you were after. It happens. I always wanted a pet cat.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, brother. That's out of my knowledge.
Oriental rugs at a good price.
Help me, please.
Interesting.
Don't miss out on the best carpets on the island.
Stop blocking the view.
May I ask you something?
Nothing stands between me and helping a fellow citizen, except the absence of knowledge. Ask someone else.
Is this familiar to you?
You are a stranger. I don't talk to strangers.
Do you know anything about this?
Just walk away, or I'll suddenly forget we are both Ottomans.
This isn't working. We might need a different tack.
Help me, please.
No, it's the first time I've heard it.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I am sorry. That's not something I know.
Oriental rugs at a good price. Merhaba. It's a good day for a purchase. Don't hurry, we can bargain.
Nice affordable
Don't
clothes.
miss out on the best
Step right-
carpets
Let's
on
pick
the
something
island.
that suits you.
A good choice. A good choice indeed.
Don't miss out on the best carpets on the island.
May I ask you something?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
It's chilling to think the monster is free.
Do you know anything about this?
No, brother. That's out of my knowledge.
Could you help me?
No, brother. That's out of my knowledge.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
You're being an eyesore. No entry for you. You're being an eyesore. No entry for you. You're being an eyesore. No entry for you. You're being an eyesore. No entry for you.
Come, come.
Don't miss out. Let's pick something that suits you. A good choice. A good choice indeed.
Is this familiar to you?
That's new to me. There is nothing I can tell you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, brother. That's out of my knowledge.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Stop blocking the view. Stop blocking the view.
Sir, kind sir, might I steal your attention?
I'm not buying.
Ah, that is the thing. You won't waste a single mangear. I am a digger, you see, and I have heard of a dig site so deep it clogs your ears. I want to be there.
Why are you telling me this?
I have heard of a man recruiting for such a dig. A man with a scar, such as the one that you're hiding. And your boots are dirty with the deep clay I am so familiar with. Oh, I hope it wasn't too rude of me to point that out.
You have a good eye. And you just want to dig? Dig deep and that's it? What's the catch? Are you in desperate need of money?
Oh, there is no catch, sir. I won't even ask for advance pay. Just give me a shovel and I'll dig a hole like you've never seen.
Huh. Is that so? Well, I have to ask you an important question first. Would you be fine working for Brits?
I am all for them.
Well, you say that, but can you prove it?
You know how much I love tea? Once I drank so much of it, my eyes turned brown.
Fine. You're a fan. I'll give you that.
I can also speak in limericks.
Please don't. You might be a little bit weak in the head, but a natural born digger with a keen eye is what we need. Take this permission slip and go to this address. The guard will let you in and check with the professor once you're there.
Stop loitering and get inside.
Newcomer, talk to the professor first. He's the old fellow with the glasses and the plans.
Don't touch anything here. Get back to work.
A plan for this whole operation. This might prove useful. I'll note it down. This reminds me of my father's room. Straw dolls. Eerie, but effective for a scene recreation.
Oh, I want one of these. Or two.
Oilcloth. Won't fade and waterproof. Enough here to make 10 sails and more.
Where's the fire in your eyes? Where's the smile? I am sick and tired of seeing apathy among the new workers.
Sir, believe me, I do have the spark. I want to start work straight away. It's as important to me as it is to you.
Ah, that's the spirit. I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
When was the last time you saw...
Young man, you're disappointing me. I'd like to see a bright career for you as the best digger on the island. Don't ruin it. We'll talk when you find something useful.
I am ready to work.
Splendid. Do you know what I am working on?
Archaeological treasure. You're hoping to find something priceless, something that will change our history.
Bravo, young man. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's true. We're looking for Vitus Lemonius's tomb.
I'll help you. That is my goal as a worker.
Good. Listen to me carefully, then. I hate repeating myself. I am Professor Swift. We have 3 rules here. Don't touch anything, always return the tools, and don't distract me unless you find something.
Sounds simple enough. Are you the only one in charge here, Mr. Swift?
Yes, I am the only one, and no one else. You hear anything other than that, it's a lie. People of your kind can have difficulty understanding who's in charge. Take a minute, Memorize my face, and then get to work.
Oh, I will definitely take a closer look to memorize my superior. I wish I could be as passionate about something as you are, Mr. Swift. You value knowledge and dedication over everything else.
It's a long road, young man. A sharp eye and attention to detail are the only stepping stones along this path. You have to sacrifice everything you love for the larger prize.
Exactly. So much in life is superficial. I wish more people would understand.
I never heard a truer word, lad. Folk will ignore what truly matters in life, and for what? Convenience.
Bold words indeed. I doubt that many scientists would be willing to support their bragging with fieldwork.
The academic world is full of restrictions. Our honorable professors are too afraid to dirty their hands. God forbid if they have a stain on their shirt. You can follow in my footsteps. You can start learning by returning to work. Show me what you can find.
Not while he can see me. Somehow the text remains legible. Let's see if I remember my Latin. A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons. A goddess? A mother? Someone's wife? There were 4 statues here originally.
I wonder what the 3 other statues look like.
you know anything about this?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
Are you able to help me?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
Swift lost his temper when he learned what happened to the statue. Swift lost his temper.
I see now. Mr. Swift didn't realize the significance of the statues. Excuse me, just one question.
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. 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 You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
It seems everything's in place. Now, let's see what this has to tell us.
is your discovery, Mr. Swift? Hey, look at this.
What have you found? Don't let anyone touch anything there. Eureka! I found you, my friend.
A box of darts. Handy against rodents of all kinds.
Trying to take over my research, are you? I come here to pick up my diary, and I find you snooping around. Explain yourself.
Mr. Swift, if that were true, I would have been on my way to the newspaper. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself properly.
Outrageous! You deceived me, sir. What is the reason for your being here? Who sent you, Mr. Holmes?
Theodore Gilden's premature death brought me here.
Theodore is dead? How can that be possible?
I'm thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm not crossing out anyone who might have been involved. Even his elephant. The land you're excavating belongs to Mr. Gilden, does it not?
Did I hear an accusation? I have nothing to hide. You can ask me whatever nonsense you've prepared as a token of my diminishing respect towards you.
Very well, Mr. Swift. I appreciate your cooperation. When was the last time you saw Mr. Gilden?
A couple of days ago. We discussed the site. I believe in the tomb and its secrets. Theodore's patience was stretched, however. He was already inventing new projects. It wasn't a long conversation. I suppose that his daughter will inherit everything now, along with all of the eccentricities and problems.
And not forgetting Goliath.
Eccentricities and problems, Mr. Holmes. One of many.
Were you at the site this morning?
Affirmative. This project is taking a lot of my time, as you see. I spend more time underground than on the surface.
When did you learn about Theodore's death?
Just now. You just told me.
And you aren't surprised, shocked? I won't tell anyone if you shed a tear or two. Weren't you partners, after all?
We were. And it is a real shame. But I've seen too many deaths in my life, Mr. Holmes, for the news to truly shake me. Will you allow me to return to my research? Or are you insisting on remaining an obstacle?
Oh, I haven't even started yet.
I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man. I've nothing to add.
Have you seen this person before? The one beside Imogen Gilden?
No, but he's with Imogen, so I suppose that he's a friend of hers. That girl always has her head in the clouds. I could have said Theodore was different, but that wouldn't have been entirely true.
Away with the fairies, was he?
That's one way of putting it. Either way, I don't know much about Imogen's life or her friends. The type of elite that pretends to be educated
Did this plan cause a rift in your business relationship with Theodore Gilden?
Nothing like that. Admittedly, we didn't share a common vision of what is more important, the past or the future. In my opinion, we can't build a future without knowing the past.
So you wanted to save the tomb of Vitus here, or perhaps your control over the research?
Only the knowledge that rightly belongs to humankind, nothing less and nothing more. Moving on. Moving on. I've nothing to add.
Remember one of the rules? It seems that you didn't return a tool. Is this knife yours?
Do I look like a fellow who carries a knife? I don't need it.
There are plenty of uses for it on the site, and outside of it.
I have other people to cut ropes for me, Mr. Holmes.
Gilden's elephant is quite an unusual addition to Cordona's fauna. What is your scientific opinion on that?
No matter how much Theodore loved it, it still remained a wild animal trapped inside a stone pen. Goliath needs savannas, fields, lakes.
I'm sure that Goliath did not have a plan to kill his owner to head to the savannas. What do you think?
No, animals don't kill in a typical sense. I can only presume that it tried to protect itself from captivity, from Theodore. It was a gilded cage that was predestined to break. I've nothing to add. I'm a busy man.
Your partner had a very specific attitude towards the things he treasured. Was this habitual for him?
That would have been too much even for him. Don't get me wrong, he had a harsh temper. Like a true businessman, he was ready to burn his competitors to the ground.
But threatening someone physically would have been something new even for him, am I correct?
Absolutely. Besides, I had never seen him this angry. The fellow who received the letter must have been extremely alarmed. I've nothing to add. I've nothing to add. I've nothing to add.
What's with this intricate recruitment process? Pro-British workers charge less?
As a head of this organization, I need to secure a productive environment. It's impossible to do so if there are political differences, especially here, where the native population doesn't support our efforts to find the ancient artifacts.
Decent pay can also stimulate productivity and shut down any political discord. Hadn't you thought of that?
You're young. You have time to fritter and fight with everyone you meet. I don't have such a luxury. Our workers receive enough pay for what they do. So don't start a discussion you know nothing about. Moving on. I'm a busy man.
With this book, you attempted to plan an attack on the elephant?
Your insinuations are out of place. Goliath is a frightening animal. All I wished to do was to understand the creature. As any scientist would do, I researched, analyzed, and drew conclusions.
And what conclusion did you draw?
That Theodore Gilden made the animal miserable. He couldn't provide the proper environment for the beast. My interest in the subject ended there.
What's with this box of darts? Is it for a scientific argument?
A little darker than that. Rather for killing the kind of rodents that might nibble a nose or a toe in your sleep.
Let's just say I have to protect myself against a larger animal, such as an elephant. Might it be enough to stop it, make it faint?
If I were you, I wouldn't bank on it.
You have a weakness for nostalgia? Or, rather, do you use it to record a list of enemies?
Young man, you need to check your moral compass. Reading another person's diary is a sin in every culture that I can think of.
But you aren't answering the question.
You've already read it. Why bother? I simply record my life to keep my memory clean from misinterpretation. Letters and pages don't lie.
But the writer of the text can.